Start with the end in mind. I know I've encountered several that sometimes in the kingdom of God, we see money as king. Okay, in the kingdom of God, yes, we need money to manifest. The business of church cannot be done without. And somehow we have ingrained in ourselves the thinking that we as ministers must be neutral to the situation, so others come to fund the work of the ministry. And it's a wrong assertion. Yes. The position for a lot of people is that we as ministers must be neutral. Because money is key. For others to come and fund the ministry. Then when funders begin to control, they want to give so much for the ministry in a particular way, we have a problem with that. Right? And so when you ask the minister, start with the end in mind, and this is talking about you as a person. This is not church. You as a person. What is the end game for you? What is the end point for you? Is it the poverty card around you want to live with, or live with, or you want to live a good life? Because you are a human being and a minister, and you can't live your life hand in hand, living at the influence of people all the time in your life. So what is the end for you? Once you know the end, you can always plan and work towards it. The second thing is that wealth is about your life's purpose, right? And one of the key things is the purpose for life for everybody is to impact others. Our ministry naturally or originally by design will impact people, but it is not the God bless you all the time that impacts. Sometimes the God bless you must go with something in hand. And in today's generation, sometimes when you say God bless you, 2-3 times to somebody, you tell you that God bless you individually. Because they know that I came to tell you I am hungry. You lay hands and pray for me and say, go in peace, the Lord. I am hungry. You have not solved my problem. I came to you as a reverend minister because I believe that in the heart of the Lord there is food. But reverend minister himself is national, very extra. So at the end of the day, how do we put the two together? So it is important that our purpose in life is ingrained in our work plan. God's creation is a lifelong journey. There is no shortcut. There is no steep lane. What our Reverend Doctor has achieved in his life today, you and I are not there yet. But the grace of God, we have the time to travel our journey to get where we got to. Right? And that is how come we see what's happening in the street today, where very young boys want to drive in these cars. They want to drive under a box. They want to drive in that cameras. They are killing themselves by going and killing the church. But some young ministers want to catch up with the generals and the public. Don't feel like that. Right? And so God's grace is a lifelong, and then risk is relative. Risk appetite is key for your wealth creation and financial management and independence. There are 3 levels. It's either high risk, medium risk, or low risk. What I want to do when it comes to things related to money and wealth creation, as a high risk person, you as a low risk person, you won't try. I was telling somebody the last time that once upon a time there was pyramid and R5. Some people in Ghana were killed. Some of those people who were killed in the men's boat case, they were eliminated. And trust me, if another one comes up, their names will be like this. You know why? They are high risk takers. They are ready to take any situation to know what the returns are going to be. But maybe for you and I, you won't be careful. 8% is rich. For a high risk person, his head costs 70%. What business should be able to 70%? But you go. But for you and I, maybe 8%, 9%, 10% is not bad. A very crack. And medium risk person will travel around 18, 19, 21%. Stay there and you monitor. So your risk profile also informs how you travel your wealth journey. And that's where people get to wrongly compare. And then fall into the top. Finally, is to say that you and your family are unique. Once you are a unique person, the other person is also unique, and same for the family. Now, if a person who has a wife and 3 daughters, family decided to age, they are not the same. Even if we're twins, they are not the same. So know these things and make sure that they guide the decision around finance. Your asset, the first asset you have is you. Not an inheritance left for you, but a land left behind for you and not by anybody. Your first asset is you. And dear ministers, when I talk about you, the first thing is your name. The first thing is your name. Your credibility is the most expensive asset you have, apart from the breath God has given you. Because you see, if your name is mentioned, what do people say? If your name is mentioned, what value will be placed on the table? If your name is mentioned, what expectations do people have of you? Recently, Pastor Jerry Eze visited Ghana and he packed the Accra Sports Stadium. And social media went above with all kinds of comments. And Hallelujah. So it's important that you are actually informed. Stay relevant. Stay relevant. Stay relevant. Especially for life of the village and the life of the community. You are supposed to know everything, including what the president ends that morning. And so when the people come to you and they start asking questions, if you are not careful, you start telling life because you don't know, but you have to give them something to go away with. And so please make sure that you are well informed to stay relevant in life. Stay focused. The things that you have planned. Remember, we said you actually need to know the end from the beginning and what it was. And then know your risk profile. To that. Now, I just wanted to really speak to this particular graph. All right? So I believe we are corporate employees because the church is a corporate body. Sometimes some ministers don't like us calling the church a corporate body. It is a corporate body. It is. And if you treat it as a corporate body, you will see it grow once you apply the principles of corporate governance, which is why some churches never grow because everything happening according to the discussion of one human being. But when you begin to apply the principles, it grows. All right. So there's governance in every institution. Now, for a corporate employee, you actually will grow your wealth journey by the gradual accumulation of money because it's a monthly salary that you are getting. Monthly salary. All right. And so you travel that journey. If you're a self-employed professional, money comes in today, it goes tomorrow. Money comes in today, it goes tomorrow, and that kind of thing. Then for the entrepreneur, it is volatile. It's up today, business is down tomorrow. It goes in the left today. Today, when you sell granules, tomorrow you're selling water, tomorrow you're buying things from abroad and selling, and that kind of thing. So it's, but if you look at the curves, the entrepreneurs have the best tech when it comes to wealth creation. And I'm a banker. The people who hold the bank are the entrepreneurs. The people that are so kind. Makola Market, KJTR, Swami Magazine. You see them in their target group. Don't come close to their bank. Don't come close to it. I sometimes the best people don't respect because what is just telling lower ambush. There's a lot of money in that. And so the wealth journey seems to favor more of the entrepreneurs. And this is where I think humbly again. I don't know your church policy, but my dear minister, if you can't be an entrepreneur, it's okay. It is worth being an entrepreneur and being a corporate employee, so long as you don't compromise on the ethics and the rules of the organization you work with. Some churches will say no, that's it. It stays as such. However, you have a spouse. However, you have siblings you can trust. And so you can build the opportunity in them and be an employer so that you are not involved and you can focus on ministry. But there's something else happening on the side for you. Because the world we live in today, single income is never sustainable. Unless because you are in the high income earners, 20,000 or less than. Also, when you melt it, it is good enough. But a single income today is not sustainable. Looking at the cost of life and the way the curve is traveling, the cost of life is going up so fast. Income is traveling gradually. So the gap between the cost curve and the income curve, how would you meet it? It's entrepreneurship that to get you there. Or multiple streams of income. And remember, I mentioned your name as your first asset. Your credibility is important when you are involved in these things. Shadiness, lying, taking advantage of people will destroy not just the business, but your ministry as well. So you want to be careful around it. You can always get advice or counsel. Passive sources of income. So the equation is here. For starters, your dream, which is knowing the end from the beginning, hard work, right? Dedication to the cause and perseverance. There will be failures, there will be losses, but you keep rising and falling until you succeed. And this is just what I wanted to share here briefly. Okay, so Warren Buffett says that do not save, but spend what is left after saving. I'm not sure how this equation will work for us. Says do not spend or do not save what is left after spending. Because if you're not careful, you won't have anything left. But spend what is left after saving. And let me give you a tip. It works. We are actually doing it already. All of us here, I believe, when you get your income, the first thing you do is to take your tithe out, isn't it? So how about adding a percentage for your savings and taking that one out first? Because you say, God, take yours, the rest is mine. So if you can take your tithe out and you won't die, then take your savings out and you live. You agree? You agree with me? If you can take your time out in moonlight, then take your savings out, you live. So it's best to always make sure that you spend what is left after saving. And I'm going to the savings conversation. Okay, why do we save? Financial independence and secure a chosen lifestyle. Life is good. We all want to ride in the Mercedes Benzes and the BMWs, and also want to take our families abroad for holidays and things like that. It's a lifestyle, but you have to earn that lifestyle. You have to work for it. And so, to attain that financial independence and secure a chosen lifestyle, you need to save. Then prepare for specific milestones in your life, which have to do with education, marriage, all that. And when you start giving birth or you are married, your children, and it continues all the way through. So those milestones, all the way to retirement, and even after retirement, must be prepared for, including unforeseen events. Right? How do you save? The culture allocates a portion of your income to savings. It must be deliberate. It must be intentional. It must be deliberate. It must be intentional. You need to keep yourself in line all the time. I mentioned earlier, explore multiple streams of income. You have an employment or a job which gives you regular income. What other irregular income can you have? Or what windfall? The windfalls are the gifts that come. So somebody comes and says, oh, it's the end of the year. You want to bless you. They leave something on your desk. Right? That's the windfall. You didn't plan for, you didn't expect it came. That money, when it comes, put it straight into savings. As soon as you can, but you didn't plan for it. As soon as you can, move it to savings. Right? Sometimes people like, shit, they're not going to table super, I don't see a pass, covered for a year. I mean, to Bible, you pray, I mean, to Bible. Otherwise, if you can move the entire, then move a portion of it, or raise the 10%, 20, 30% to the allocated savings into that as well. Budgeting. Manage your expenditure to create excess save. To create excess to save. For budgeting, it is an income and expenditure conversation. It's either the income is going up or the expenditure is going low. The excess between the two is always your savings amount you can. So if you have a life where your expenditure is higher than the income, savings is not a discussion you can have. Right? And I know you tell me the economy is hard and things are difficult. Yes, but you can still save in it. So it's important that irrespective of the difficulty you're encountering, you manage your expenditure well. Save and invest in credible institutions, opportunities, and assets. You are there, and the announcement is that APA was Eastern region, and then everybody is investing. They are getting 40%, they are getting 50%, and then the next thing, you go and tell your mother that Charlie, whatever was left of the old boy, let's move. There's money here. This men's good thing that happened, it has cost a lot of ministers their way, because some people actually move church funds into it. What did you hear? What did you see? What background check did you do when you went to the money into that institution? To the extent that we're seeing on TV the lavish lifestyle of the owner, buying Rolls Royce and living a plush lifestyle. And we still believe that it was the sign that the thing was working until it crashed. So please make sure you are going to credible institutions and seeking the right opportunities and buying the right assets. When I talk about assets, I'm talking about physical assets, right? Land, houses, and things like that. Choose wisely, right? Short-term savings, medium-term savings or investment, long-term savings or investment. Depending on what your goals are, you can choose. The short-term ones are the savings account and all those policies, insurance policies that give you short-term benefit. The medium-term ones can be the fixed deposits, the treasury bills, and those ones, because you can do 6 months, you can do 9 months, you can do 1 year, you can do 3 years, and things. The long-term ones are those investments you can buy in stocks and shares and mutual funds, and you can leave it there in perpetuity and allow it to grow. So choose your investments carefully. What to save? Number one, a portion of your income. Number two, any extra income, planned or unplanned. I've talked about that already, right? Any extra income, planned or unplanned. And then The principles of your investment. If I invested 1,000 Ghana cedis in a treasury bill, after 6 months, the money comes back into my account to the interest. Let the 1,000 cedis go back. You can keep the interest. Let the 1,000 cedis go back. It's best to take everything back. But in case you need to spend the interest and let the principal go back. Always make sure your principals are growing, because that is where you live from. When the bond thing happened, a lot of the pensioners complained because they have put their money there and they were living off. You understand? So your principal must always grow. Always make sure your principal is growing. At every point in time, your principal is growing. Right? Compound interest is the eighth wonder of the world. He who understands it earns it. He who doesn't pays it. So compound interest is to say, I put in 100 cedis at 10%, I earn 110, I put in the 2 again, and then it grows to what? 113, I put in again, and like that. That's the compound interest principle. Right? You are either paying it on a loan or you are earning it on an investment. And that is what Albert Einstein was saying. So you are either paying that on a loan or you are earning it on an investment. It's best to earn it on an investment when you understand it, rather than going to pay it on a loan. It's just a statement. So now let's look at the savings and investment. Savings, I've spoken about it. Life insurance. It's always important to insure yourself. Insure your family, insure your assets, insure your property. Because in the day or on the day of trouble, you need money to resuscitate your life, and insurance will come very handy. I know that in Ghana, especially, when they are taking the money, it's very easy, but when it is time to pay, it's a very difficult compensation. But ultimately, they will give you something, which is better than nothing. You understand me? So please, if you don't have any insurance at all right now, it's not a safe thing to do, right? So please, insurance. I have to talk about that. There are various types ahead in the slide, right? Then real estate. If you have the means, own a land. If you have a means, put up some chamber and hall, self-contained, and rent it out. If you have the means, build and sell, right? But at all costs, try hard to have a landed property. Try. You may not have it now, save towards it, and make sure you have one, ultimately somewhere. Now, this is the trick about landed property. The value of land appreciates all the time. It never goes down, right? And as we sit now, if I go to ask for this plot of land, assuming it's for sale, they are likely to tell me it's selling for $1 million. If you go past the silver star now, right? Just next week is a small triangular land. I was one of the branch manager of Stanbic in that building. 2012, 2013. At the time I was there, that small triangle was selling for $3 million. 2010. They go and ask the price of that. That small triangle, $3 million. And you see, you and I may not have $3 million. But if you go beyond Ashanti, the chief there is ready to give you an acre of land for 25,000. You see, the further you go, the bigger the size of the land. Because they think there's no value. So when you go further, the land is bigger. Here, they talk about 70 by 80. When you go further, it is 100 by 120. When you go further, 200 by 200. But somewhere, it is an acre, 400 by 400. And that one is far. It is in the bush. But who would have thought that Accra would catch up in my own today? Don't be serious. Back the days, Accra was, even this whole place was forest. Forest. This road wasn't there. When I was from year to years, there was nothing. Because that's one. What is the price of land there? So if you bought land then in this area, today, we are rich. You understand? So please don't worry about that. Go into the villages and lay hands on the chief and pray for him and his family. You just do this. Part of get money and defend that property. And expect the future for one thing. No matter the state of their property. As soon as they get defensive for generations to come, nobody will engage that land. But check it out, we have lost our lands improvement. Because when we're giving the land, we thank God for it. We're concentrating on the temple. So we do the temple over 20 years. By the time we wake up, people have that. you fence it first. So when you get your acre of land, please put the fence all around it, or put some corner. This property belongs to. Keep up. Once in a while, go and be either get some Oklahoma people, and please, the Oklahoma people pray over their life. Some of them can be troublesome, so that you can keep one who can be farming on the land, or you yourself can plant some palm or coconut on the land. Once in a while, you are begging, check, or leave, check. Please go further. Get an acre. So cheap today, tomorrow, stay land, stay in 100 holes. The thing that is disposing of the piece of it is not. Hallelujah. This money is too. So real estate, mutual fund. So we have the data bank, M fund, and those things. EDC, Top F have, Family also has those funds where you have a bit of a whole fund, you pay in 30 cities, 100 cities, depending on what you can afford. And then they invest it on your behalf, and then they bring the returns and share it on everyone. There are so many of them around. Please go and buy something and start saving small. No, you see, the point is that don't impress anybody. You have a plan. Go by your plan according to your strength and your risk appetite. It's always important. It's not wait until you get 10,000. 200 is okay. 20 is okay. The bank is not saying no. Go into any bank, you're going to write it is you paying money into your account. It's your account. That is what you are paying. Nobody says, and the papa pay you are paying this. Nobody can say that. In fact, that staff will say that if that bank will be on the street, will not be at work the next minute. After saying that, they are out. You understand? So, if no matter how small, be deliberate, be consistent. That's the question. Look at how much money you make as your principal. Let's forget about the interest as your principal. So, mutual funds, stock. Yeah, the stock. If you go to the exchanges, you can buy stock again in companies. In today, the MTN, Shell, and Total, and Cadbury, and some of those ones are the ones doing well in the Ghana stock exchange. Okay, what the stock does is also invest. So when you buy a stock, you're invested in the company as an owner. Whatever they do to share their profit with you. All right. And so at the end of the year, when you declare dividends, it says 10%, 8%, what about that? You give you yours as well. You can then invest that or reinvest that. Right? So very important. Bonds. We've seen what happened here. It's only in Ghana that we put the bonds are one of the safest. Because investing in government is always the safest. We've had our problems, but I would advise that don't be afraid. Go back. Right? Once they are out of the woods, let's go back to it because it's the safest. The people who actually started investing in bonds earlier, they have made a lot of money. Because investing in government is never a wrong business. Investing in government is never a wrong business. Look at the treasury goes today. They want to pay. I'm scared. I agree. Because that's why I'm saying that it's only in this time that we are seeing that all the rules we finance have been broken. But across the world, the bonds and the investment in government is one of the best. Especially, it's only in Ghana that we are seeing it. Even war-torn countries, when the country reaches state, they go back to the books and bring it back. Because it's set in the reserve of the central bank as an activity in government. So you come back and pay your others. It's okay, I have okay. Foreign investment. Today, you get a call from Dubai. Where you go to, you say they are selling houses in Dubai. They will manage it for you. They are good. If you have the means, buy. And those guys are genuine. They are genuine. Because they want to protect their economy so well that they won't come in before you as an individual to go and actually undertake what they are doing. So those investments that they are good. Some people invest in foreign currency. Some people have money in Isle of Man, Chelsea, and all those things. It's protected. I mean, you are protected. You invest there. Check. I believe that you know about the share. This one, individual companies. There's not a number of companies that individual companies have it. You buy it at 13 cities. Those who bought the MTN share today, a lot of money, right? So when the IPO is floated back, if you think the thing is not working, you can buy yourself, take some small money, move on to another one. Please, this business international time, every TV station, credible TV station, radio station, who do business with, listen. It just takes 5-10 minutes. Listen and have an understanding what is going on in that way. So these are the investment types we have here in Ghana. The fixed deposits and all those things in the banks are there. Walk to any banking hall. Go onto the website of any bank. You see their product and you can invest in it. All right. So the next thing I want to talk about is budgeting. Right. This is where a lot of us are problems, where we are unable to decipher between what is important and what is needed. You know, back in school, we studied about needs and wants. Some of us confuse the use of needs and wants on our finances. So we go after our wants, then our needs start staring at us. Then now we have to go and borrow to fund our needs. Right? So budgeting is very, very important. It is to take care of yourself and family, to live a life you can afford, and to achieve your future goals. How do you budget? It requires discipline. The Bible says in Hebrews 12:11 that discipline is before at the time you are going through it, but it's useful for practice for those who are trained by it. It is tough that you see something that is nice and you walk past it because it is not part of the budget. So you need to sit down. Please, for budgeting, don't sit down and imagine in your head. Sit down and write it on paper. All right? When you are doing budgeting, write down all your sources of income. Source A, this is how much it gives me. Source B, this is how much it gives me. Source C, this is how much it gives me. And then list your key expenditure. List the needs and wants. The basic things of life, food, clothing, shelter, they come as your first needs. They come as your first needs. If you don't have a roof over your head, you're not a bed, excuse me to say. So you can't afford not to pay up for shelter. You can't afford not to walk out around naked. So you need to pick up your clothing and you need to eat and drink water. So these three are key. Then other things to add on. Obviously, because you're in school, you need to pick up for educational expenses. So they come as part of your need. Once upon a time to come, when you are out of school, what happens in education may not be a need for you, it might just be a want, right? And so please make sure that you have listened. Sit down and have a book, write it down and know, so that at every point in time, you know what you are spending on and what you don't have. Then so if you have a family, please get buy-in from your family. This is very, very important. A lot of men, I'm not talking about ministers, have started the road of financial wellness because they plan everything about the finances of the home alone and to themselves. Then they expect that when they give the order, their spouse to follow. Now it becomes very, very difficult when the woman is also earning money and you throw out the order and she refuses not to obey, or she refuses to obey, and then begins to go on a path of doing things herself. Sometimes what we do as men is that we are so empowered in our ego that we think that then the day you are down and you need help, that's to realize that your spouse income has value. By the time you get there, she's used to keeping you out of the equation. And then the fight begins. So it's important that right from the beginning, household income. Let me tell you something. In my bank, when you are coming for a mortgage, and maybe it's going to cost you 100,000 less for the house, and the installment is going to be like 2,500. It will take up to, let's say, 40-45% of your salary as the installment, and your salary can only afford, let's say, 1,500. We'll ask you, do you have a spouse? You say yes. Bring the financial of your spouse as well. And you get the consent of your spouse to say, can we have household income instead of you alone? Because by the time you add that to your spouse, you can actually get 3,000. So then you put the mortgage on your salary, believing that your spouse is and it has worked for a lot of people. Household income is acceptable in banking when it comes to long-term loans. You understand? Even for those who want to buy primary customers. So it is not something you should. And some of us, what we do is that maybe when you start your house, your wife started as a hairdresser or a teacher, you think that it's coming and then along the line she grows. When she becomes big, when she was small, she didn't think it was important. You see, I didn't know that is when we need back. Then you get it. So please ensure that you get buy-in from your spouse. Whatever major financial decisions you are taking, get buy-in because you need the support to succeed. If The request is that let's prepare soup with beef, crab, snail, tuna, and all that thing. And you are saying the money will not reach all that. Let's say 2 proteins in it. Your spouse must agree. And if you say no, she says no. You can imagine, food alone can become a source of confusion, and you have a peace of mind. So please get buy-in. It's very important. Then drive the culture you want to see. Let's avoid fearless. Sometimes we try saving and then we become strange people. You get it? Just when you extend me savings, I want to make $1 million because of motivation starting to say you can make $1 million for 1 million cities in 3 years. So you are dying to make 1 million cities in 3 years. By the time you get the 1 million cities, you have stomach ulcer, and you have developed all kinds of diseases. Please, let's make sure that we live one day. That is why you have to approach and manage costs. Here, what I would advise is, especially for those of us who are married, buy in bulk. When you make your monthly budget to buy things, buy some of the things in bulk. So this month we'll buy 1 sack of rice. Next month we'll buy 1 bucket of omo and 1 gallon of cooking oil. Next month we'll buy a pack of baby soap, a pack of toothpaste, a pack of toothbrushes. Give yourself 3, 6, 8 months. You have everything basic in bulk. You understand? Other than going to buy at retail, because the woman bought it at 10 cedis, she's added 8 cedis. That's why before long we bought at double the price. So buy things in bulk, and then eat things in season. Eat things in season. Very soon, oranges will be all over the place. Where you can go and buy a packet of oranges for how much? Plantain, yam, they come and go in season. Follow the pattern of food, right? So that you can actually manage your cost down. It does a lot of good. In counseling, one of the things we tell our people that buy things in season. So when it is a season of planting, our dish should follow a bit of that. When we move into the yam, when it is made, to follow that, because at that time it becomes cheap. You know, sometimes you can buy tomatoes, 3 of them will cost you 10 cedis or 15 cedis. Another time, the same 10 cedis will give you a bucket of tomatoes. So why don't you? And if you can preserve, even the better. If you can preserve, even the better. So let's do those things to manage our cost. And then pool resources, bring things together. So you have a spouse, like I said, let's share in the burden, right? Still talking about budget. So let's reflect here. One of the standard measures reforming, right? 50% of your things should be on your face for the things that you need to spend on all the time, right? 30% of your income should go for the unforeseen things, and then 20% for your financial goals. But you can always sit down and structure your own pie chart, right? The percentages will vary once all of us sit down and we do this way. But the question is reflecting, what do you spend your money on? What do you spend your money on? What do you spend your money on? I remember some time ago, I love cars. So one of the things my mother told her was that please, when you marry, watch him in cars, because you're not careful, use all your money to go and buy cars. Then we started off, and somebody came to say, BMW 5. The very first car I was going to buy in life. BMW, and that's how I said I met the BMW 5. The long one. So it was cheap. The engine was big. I didn't understand the thing about engines. So I brought the car home. And she was like, what is this? So I came excited. So when she saw the car, she was like, what is this? I said, it's a car. He said, why are you able to buy this big car? I said, oh, stop. This is the dream of every young man. We are buying. And she said, we are not buying. I said, we are buying. It was our first major fight in marriage. I think 2 years into the marriage. I said, we are buying. We work every day. By the grace of God, I've gotten this car. I can't tell we won't buy. Then she reported into my dad. So we took the car home. When we go home, I said, well, we are buying this car. My mom said, we won't buy. So that day, my dad and I were on this side of the car. She and my mom on the other side. And then before long, we left the fight for my dad and my mom's fight. And they won't buy. Then she reported me to our counselor. So we went to our counselor. My counselor just called and said, I told you not to buy a BMW 5. And you know, even before that, the first day we took the car to check. We're late. So our check said that the parking lot is narrow. So when the last happy for the kids, when we close it, must be the first happy, and I should love everybody. Then my head pastor called me and said, see me immediately about this. I forgot I love everybody. So people started asking, why can't they? Because nobody has seen the church before. You know what she did? She left the church and went to stand at the junction. Because she said she doesn't want to be associated with the car. At the junction, La Paz, and was there waiting that none of you, so much like so when she heard people, she just left and went to the junction to go and wait for me. So as soon as I came, about 10 people were angry. You say, "Madam, this is your husband." This is your husband. Then I was saying she reported it to our counselor. So I went to our counselor and said, "Go and sell. Please that come out." It was a heartbreak for me, but I thank God today that it was the best decision that I was able to make. You understand? And that's why I say I made the two, because honestly, for the young ones we have today, even that BMW, she tell us an old version. You need to go and get a latest version. Not good, because she told me that if we start now by using this, and nobody will help us. Our pastor, head pastor at the time was using a 3 series. Our resident pastor, who was our associate, was using a 3 series. The second deputy was using a 3 series. I want to talk high series. But me, I didn't see the glory of the car and the price alone was all I wanted. I wanted to. So I have to go and take that at the junction. When we are going to bed, she told me that I don't think anybody to see me this time. So I want to see that. He told me before. So in that, I went and did the car back. Then went to talk. One I think was like this one. Because if you know what you're taking from me, so we moved away from the 4.0 liter engine to the 1.8 liter engine. And it was later I understood what I put my head into. Meanwhile, we were living in a rented apartment. And the owner of the house had a small interval. So you see, there was something vision in the whole thing. And sometimes you travel that path not knowing that you're actually heading for distraction. Look, you have people who praise. All my friends said, Charlie, you're wrong. Or that, everybody was like, what's here? Not knowing that I was going in the path of distraction. So, please, what are you spending your money on? After a car, when you buy it, it's another marriage. But when you get used to it, when he says people, you go and pay attention. In the mechanics of our world, they will never tell you the truth, and they will make sure they finish you. The poor prices are going up, everything. So if you buy a car, or when you have a car, know you are married. In that marriage, you need to fund it. So what are you spending your money on? It may not be any of these. It may not be any of these, but what are you spending your money on? Just want to quickly run through so that we can finish. So still reflecting, I've spoken to this already. What are your sources of income? What are you spending on? All right. This is one key thing that I think we should really be careful of. Debt. Okay, managing debt. If you want to take a loan, please make the right choices. What is becoming that? Okay, the reason must be compelling. If you want to take a loan, it must be compelling. I mean, you have tried everything and has failed, so you have to go for a loan. Okay, consider your sources of income before going. Don't project that I'll be getting this money and go and take a loan on the back of that. You will crash. Okay, and then can you sustain that loan when you take it? Especially when your income is irregular. Then you go and take a loan on the back of irregular income. Please do not take a loan on the back of gifts and benevolence from people. It is never money you can expect. So do not. And then never borrow on impulse. You just feel like, or it looks good, or other people are doing it, so you want to go and do some. Please do not. When you are assessing the money, okay, seek professional advice. Go to a bank and sit before somebody and talk to the person so that you are, or if you know a banker around you, talk to the person. Explore cheaper options first. A loan in 24 hours is very, very expensive, especially for the ones they pay on the trees. It's very expensive. There are different ways of calculating interest on a loan. And sometimes when the people can say nicely, oh, wait, 8%, okay. But it's 8% per month. It's 8% per month, as against somebody 33% per annum. There are two different things. So it's a way 8%, would be 33, 8%. Please
understand how the loan works, right? Some of them will tell you that, oh, there are no fees, no processing fee, but there are hidden charges. After you've taken the loan, those things start hitting you. Understand those things before, and then don't go chasing interest rates because the state is low. Maintaining your debt, please consolidate all your debt into one. All the things you owe, put them into one so you can see it in one place. When you match your income against it, you are sure. Self-discipline is important. When you have borrowed, please make sure you pay. Again, we are ministers. Your credibility is all you have. You can't be there for people to come knocking on the church door that somebody can child. I went to broker before moving to family. And one of the best things we recovered from was put to church. Sunday, first time, he broke any t-shirt, then we also get up and raise them. We raise our hand. As soon as the customers see that, and we follow people to people's house. One time, let me check. I was almost made. They actually defended the car tax because we are going to see somebody's car. No, what was happening to this quick credits? We were doing same thing. Fields are in red. Our color was red. When I went to Kumasi to start the banking, they told me about our bank manager. Because when they take a loan, they start paying after 3 months. That was what Allied Savings and loans. When you first month when you start paying, they didn't understand that. It was new to them. You get it? So we go to people's churches. Sunday, first time, they also raise their hand and get up and said, oh, sister, this invited me to the church. She didn't invite me, but I'm telling her I'm here. In all the effective ways. So when you come, we tell you which church you attend. Where is it? Number. Virginia. How can somebody come? So you have done it before you reach the person, you see the person in the church. I don't know that you can actually say that you prepare the message, but I won't see that. It's not true. It's not true. All right. Okay, increase your income. Budget correctly and increase your income. Diversify your source of income. One income stream is not enough. Have many streams of income. Please do not rely on benevolence. The gift from church members is not a source of income. Please. So intentionally work towards it. And then never commit your debt into the hands of your congregation. Sometimes people subtly say things, and you know he's a rich one who has come to sit in front of you. He's taking control of him in the church. He is taking control. But he's starting with money. He has to get something in return. Your prayers are not enough. Now he wants influence. Then he wants to come and sit in front of an elder. He wants to be a president. And all kinds of things are coming up. So please, be careful of your sponsors in church. Then, when you are terminating your debt, avoid debt of any form. For me, it's the best. Pay off all expensive loans first when you are actually paying off your loans. And then make sure you understand the difference between short-term and long-term loans. Long-term loans are mortgages, right? And please, when you are taking a loan, make sure that the returns that are coming will be equal to what you are taking the loan for. Christmas is coming. They say a loan in 24 hours. Organic can use it because they are at 9% per month. January, this month, 5,000 now. Then school fees now shows up. So between the school fees and the Christmas expenditure, which should you are taking the loan for? Understand the variations and know what to take a loan for. And then the tenor of the loan. Sometimes when you go to say, yeah, anything, a better installment, so now we create an contract. But thinking about for not interest won't go through. For some of those loans, by the time you realize you're paying more principal, the interest is more than the principal income. Sometimes the per month one. Hobby per month contract goes beyond the 6. The interest is more than the principal. Please know it. When I take a loan, they say it's 2%, 3% per month. Once over 36 months, the interest is more than the principal. When you take a loan, 10,000. And pay 50,000. So you have got to save that money. You can't. You understand the dynamics. It's not difficult to appreciate. So please check debt. It's a very troublesome thing. Finally, insurance. Insurance is very important. If you have a vehicle, please insure it. Please. I think we motorcycles will insure them. If you have a house, insure the house and the content. You can insure the content of your house. Your cooking utensils, your bed, your wardrobe, your TV. You can insure. You can. And please insure against fire and theft. Please insure them. All right? Professional indemnity cover. So you are in a certain profession. You're a soldier, you're a medical doctor, you are exposed to harm. Please insure yourself. Because some of the things that can happen to you can cost you your life or make you terminally disabled. All right? And then property insurance. Family insurance, people are coming, they insure themselves. If something happens, their family will get something. Personal accident cover, you can also do that. Most of the insurance companies do. And then all risk insurance. The long-term ones, life insurance, please have it. All right? Okay, have a life insurance. Health insurance, I believe everybody does. The government one is okay, go and take it. If not, there are a lot of private insurance that can give. An endowment plan is to say that I want to do my doctorate in 5 years' time. So you are taking an insurance. It's a savings. So the insurance will be taking you monthly because you are in 5 years' time, you can go for your money. You can actually use this as a collateral for you where you need to take it. All right? And then the funeral policy, very, very important. When my father died, 3 insurance companies, I called and said, old boy, old boy, old boy. I got it. So people thought because it's a bank, it's rich. People are prepared for it. So please start insuring life policy for your parents, your spouse, yourself, and your children. Sometimes the thinking that I'm signing up for death is wrong because death will come, and when it comes, it will cost you. So please prepare for, and then any plan for your children is very, very important in your absence for any reason. And you see, for all these insurances, when you are terminally disabled, all these insurances give you the benefits, all of them. So please make sure that you do. And then these ones are just warnings. Let me just give you the last one. Finally, know yourself and walk your path. Check your risk appetite, your life cycle, your age, the things you can do, the things you cannot do, very, very important. Your social-cultural status, which family do you come from? What is your position in the family? And let me just speak to this briefly. For some of us, we are stems, in the family is a tree. Some are roots, some are stems, some are branches, some are leaves, some are fruits. Right? If you are a stem in your family, there's always financial pressure on you. If you are a stem in your family, you are holding the branches and everybody together. So know where you are positioned in the family. If you're the firstborn in your family, know that you're going to take care of people after you. If you're a lastborn, you're expecting to get things from you. So it's easier. So those things matter, just as it matters in marriage. Your connection, build the right network. And it's not because you are building, say, it's not going to make a woman. Build the right network and give help. Consult the expert and then pray and target right. Please make room for losses sometimes. DDP by haircut by being able to so make room for losses sometimes. And then please testify of the goodness of God and share your success stories. Thank you very, 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 very much.
Thank you very much. God bless you. Let's do it. We have 5 minutes for questions, and because we have 3 groups here, I'm told that the president's group is also here. You are welcome. You are welcome. Today, dear, you came. Yeah, we are taking royalties. We are generating income. Okay, so we'll take one from it for the first round of questions. If you have any question, please let me see your hand. Quickly, 1, I'm counting 2. Okay, the first one, number 1.
Yes, sir. Yes. Yes.
Let me give a past example. Maybe you were a young man.
Yes. Yes.
You have a vision of marrying the next person.
Yes.
You want to buy a refrigerator.
Yes.
There's an option of tabletop, which you know that it's within your means. I know that when anything happens, tabletop will not be okay. So how do you blend cost-effective buying with durability?
Thank you. A durable product is cost efficient in the long term. That's the first one. A durable product is cost efficient in the long term. And so, if you are considering cost efficiency, but if I go by the example you gave, the lady must understand that we are starting. A tabletop is what we can afford now. When we travel the journey through, and we get to the point where we want to have a table taker fridge or even a coffee type liter, we can always have those things, and then fall on the good things of how always look for durability. So on the car example like this, it's the man told me I know wants durability and quality. But if the BMW is one of the Germany's best brands, let me take it to the Japanese best brand, buy a Toyota or a Nissan. Up to today, I have not remembered. Up to today. Because that car lasted till we sold it. And the man we sold it, we still see the money using the car. You understand me? So in the long term, we benefited. So how always look for durability. But see, even for durability, they are levels. For the durable, they are levels. If you want to buy a TV today, a Sony, a Sharp, a Samsung are very expensive. They are durable. But there's other lower brands which are good. We know they are expensive, but sometimes the price is that when you go to some brands, and some TV pan, that thing alone is likely to push you. It's going to do something that's above the price. I don't know if people help. But if you have to do with the leading, that's why I say get buying. Let's understand that is what we're starting from. One day we'll get to the level we want to get. But for now, let's start with it. Won't that?
Yes, my question has to do with travel.
Yes.
The two ways I know of is either you do it with your own income,
Yes.
and that one is to do it in level.
Yes.
Or you wouldn't have enough to have
Yes.
put the thing there. And then the other one I think about is the mortgage.
Yes.
I want you to have me know which one of them is suitable for a minister. And
Both of them, thank you for the question. Both are applicable. And this is the guide. Know yourself and your work in life. Mortgage, do you have the income to sustain the payment of the mortgage? I mean, when you buy a mortgage, I mean, straight up, you have your peace of mind. But you're going to pay for 20 years or less, depending on the number of years you have to retirement and how much your income can afford. You have that lingering for the rest of your life. So that's one. Are you ready for that? If you're ready for that, and your income sustain the payment because you can't miss it. If the day you miss it, and leave the house, you tell you the for the house. That's even more embarrassing. The second option, which is building, this is where you have the little demons, masons, plumbers, carpenters. It's not an easy thing to deal with those guys. You get it? So how do you want to do that as well? In fact, even in the mortgage from some banks, they can support you do the progressive construction. They give you the money for the foundation. With the contractor, estimates growth. When it is done, they give you another level of the disbursement for up to 10 level. The next one, they do the finishing. It's done. But in the building, can you manage it? Do you understand what it is the mason is saying? Guys, Monday, the day you approach it, the building is looking like this. You understand? So do you understand what it is? Do you have the time to monitor? That is when if you have a relative who has time and understand. You don't get a photo of a nice building, you come and see a family built for you. That kind of thing for you. The advantage of that is that build according to your means and in your time. Because you can do a gradual thing. So today, you're able to gather money for sandstone. The next time you test the you come and do something, you leave, you might come. For me, if you started, it's better. But the thing is, you have time for it, and you are able to follow through to make sure that what you are paying for is what you are getting. That's where the difference is. But ultimately, based on this. So, again, know your path, your risk appetite. Where are you on the life cycle? For some of us, the financial pressure embedded from family is enough to weigh us down from doing some of this. That's why you go for mortgage. And the bank matters is that they are coming. And they ain't check. I'm so you are safe. That kind of. So you need to have all those things in your mind. Yeah. Thank you.
So what's for a final question? Last question.
thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
Considering the appreciation of money, is there any alternative on saving? Saving. Because 50 cities today is not a 50 cities in the next 10 years. What's
Okay, thank you very much. When I say savings, I'm not talking about the savings account. The culture of savings, that's what I mean by savings. So I made the savings and investment. That's why at the point I took you back to, let me just take you back to that slide that has the spec of all of, yeah, this one, right? These are all alternatives. These are all alternatives. Okay, so savings is not a savings account. And yes, the city will depreciate. But see, assuming you put 50 cedis down 3 times, that's 150 cedis. And I come to you and say, Charlie, lend me 80 cedis. You are 150 cedis richer than I am, irrespective of the depreciation of the city. That's one of the things you should know. Anybody who says, is that amount richer than the person? So if I put 50 cedis down to you tomorrow, 3 months, I have 150 cedis. If I am hungry and I come to you, you are 150 cedis richer than me to the extent that you can lend me that money. So, irrespective of the depreciation, please make sure that the cost of investing is there. That's what I said, no matter how small. Two. So you can do the savings, you can do the mutual funds, you can do even in the savings, you can do the short-term investment, fixed deposit. 3 months, 6 months, 8 months, 1 year, you can do all that. You understand me? And so just go to a bank and sit down with them. You are assist you. Go to Data Bank, go to ETC, go to Savings and Stanbic, go to any of those. They also have, there are so many investment types. The mutual funds will become better because they invest in other stocks and markets and bring the benefit. So the mutual funds actually pay more interest than the regular savings account, even sometimes the for treasury bill because the government it pays more and sometimes for just like doctors and the safety of it, especially with our economy. It's unique to Ghana, it can be fun, but ultimately it's paying off. People are making good money. So if you keep it short, if they're very bad and not producing that, then you can still yeah. Okay. Sorry, I have to be fast. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Many of us,
Yeah.
concerning investments,
Yes.
you know what our yes. We can't compare both investments
I agree.
and financial yes. That is the place to go. So that our money has to go. So, and that is why many states have been government. Then we take my friend before we seem to be very uncertain now. Where we what advice?
So the whole story is a very big one. What the children are very, very good. Unfortunately, things don't happen. And I am very hopeful that money will be very hopeful. Very, very hopeful that money will be. It's quite a we have lost its value. That's the truth. That's the truth. So back to that last slide, I could have made provision for some losses. But the thing is this. The thing is this. Go for credibility. Longevity. You understand? The standards of this world, we don't really want to do. And they've been there for how many years? And they have a backbone parent bank that can come to take or rescue the bank if something is happening in Ghana. And they rescue their branches, different banks, they know what's going on. You understand? So the national banks help a lot. The second one too is even for the local bank, the GCBs of this world will hardly crash. We see some airlines in India, but they will hardly crash. So we go for credible institutions and go for institutions that lasted long enough and have a muscle your ways withstand the shocks. And then you can ride there for a while before you start. And the other thing is that don't put all your eggs in one basket. That's one of the biggest risks. This is too. No. So that's who I share. Let something be shared, let something be reach out, let something be fixed deposit, something in savings account. So, and arrange your investment so that the short term, the medium term, the long term. Short term is that if something happens, one there's an emergency, you can quickly go and liquidate and take. So the medium term, you take a bit of time, after long term, don't catch it at all because you have plans for it. The insurance option is also another one. You understand? Insurance is also another place to invest. So you do any saving or any plan for your children, it's also another place to invest. Some of the insurance companies, if you invest or you do the insurance for a number of years, they don't take you or for. They actually give you something, even for the vehicle insurance, because you don't have an accident, you don't need it. There are all small sources of income you can get. So these are all things, but do not put your eggs in one basket. It's very dangerous. And that's what happens. So people need all their investment in one business, after one cash. But if you have them scattered around, then even though you lose on this side, there's still something.
Landed property it may even faster than you can imagine. When we moved to our area, land was 10,000 Ghana cedis for an 80 by 100. Today, it is $250,000. We never how many years, 8 years or something, 15 years over. $230,000 to $250,000. I can't see that for right now. 10 pieces of land in a former estate. So, landed property. Go to the hinterland and back. Somebody told me that what an acre of land somewhere that can move 2,000. It's a distance, but once you secure it in the chief moves water in your documentation, you are safe. So let's thank you.
I was trying to write a long vote of thanks and a smile on the face of one million who now vote of thanks from all of us. So on behalf of the 3 pastoral groups that are meeting here and our lecturers who are also our mentors, we want to say thank you so much to our big brother, our father, and I just want to confer on him a mentor, financial consultant to all of us here, so that we can always get to him to help us with our financial plan.
Always available.
Thank you so much. God bless you so much. Let's dance together for him.
Salutation said, and any other lecturer, and thank you all for the opportunity. We don't take it for granted. Thank you so much.
We will take quick announcements from the groups. So please, the group secretaries or the group leaders can prepare your announcement. We are already prepared. So we'll give our best and then we'll take it together.
Those of us in Pastor